What is going on, everybody? In this video, I've got some plays for you. Florida State, Georgia Tech, the first college football game, college football week 0, this Saturday, August 24th. I cannot stop building lineups and constructing different bets and parlays on this game. I'm going to have a lot of different things going. It's going to be super fun. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting free picks like this all season long. If you're new here, my name is Cody. This is the Sports Betting Education channel. I teach people how to become profitable DFS players and sports bettors. And this video is going to be a good one. We've got one play that's 100 to win 2,000, and then one that's 50 to win 2,500. So even if you have a small bankroll, if you're starting out with a small amount of money, I got you covered. These are going to be insane plays. And I also want to say, these are long shots. So even if both of these lose, please understand that the goal here is simply just to win one out of every 20 to 30 plays and profit. So if I do 100 plays, I might only win 6 of them, but that's profiting. And we're taking an account from wherever you started at. Maybe you started at 100, maybe you started at 1,000, and we're just growing it over time. Okay, we're not trying to get rich quick. We're not trying to basically just BS you. I'm not going to tell you you can become a millionaire overnight at this stuff. But if you follow the stuff that I teach on this channel and you follow all the picks, you will profit at the end of the season. So last season, these are some of the plays that we had here. We were running 5-mans like crazy, $100 entries. My account, the limits do change throughout depending on when I get hot, but 100 to win 3,000 right here. Just a beautiful play. That was the Cowboys-Seahawks game. I went to that one, and of course, the Oregon-Washington game was the next day in Vegas, and back-to-back. That might have been the greatest back-to-back. That was the only time I've been to 2 football games back-to-back days, but that was like the greatest 2 set of games. I get emotional when I talk about the Washington team, but look at these. These are prize picks, of course. I mean, look at all this, these 10x plays right here. Nice little easy 4-mans, 150 to win 1,500. Nice little 500 to win 5,000. So I throw down big. I'm not like these other guys on YouTube. I'm actually putting my money where my mouth is. I also have a service where you can get more free picks sent to your phone. So if I lock something in 5 minutes before kickoff and I don't have time to send it out, I'll send it to you if you're on my winnable free picks list. And I also have VIP. So I want to show you guys this chart here, full transparency. I'm all football. I started with winnable back in December 25th. So that week we ran up 74 grand, ran up 140. This is money I make selling picks. And then in August, right now, I am 21 days into August and I'm trying to hit a 6-figure month here. So I really just need, what do I need? One of you guys to buy the year pass. One person to buy the year pass. And we will hit 6 figures. But the main reason I show you guys this is not to brag, not to flex, but just to show you that I'm legit, because nobody is selling $100,000 in VIP picks if they're not legit. And I'm also going to withdraw 22 grand live here. This is money I get from selling picks. So I am limited on a lot of these sites, but you are not. So all you got to do is pay me a small fee, and you can finance it, $0 out of pocket, and I will help you profit. So nice little $22,000 payday for me right there. And I can't click out of that, but it does not matter because we're going to go over here to where the picks are. So we're using the Better app today. And if you use promo code Lambo on Better, which is the car that I currently drive, Lamborghini. So promo code is Lambo. They will double your first deposit up to $250. So if you put $250 into the Better app, you get $500 to play with. So it's a home run deal. If you put in 50, you get $100 to play with. I gave this pick out earlier this week. I just wanted to go over these real quick if this is your first time finding my channel. I'm really bullish on the rookie quarterbacks. Bo Nix as well. Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. You know, the Broncos aren't as good as the Bears and the Commanders as far as offensively. I love the Commanders' offense this year. They're bringing in Austin Eckler. They drafted Luke McCaffrey, which is CMC's younger brother. Jaden Daniels just won the Heisman and had one of the greatest seasons ever. Jaden Daniels is going to be a freak. 24 touchdowns should be no problem for him. And I'm pretty sure Terry just had a 1,000-yard season. I could be imagining that, but I think he had 1,004 yards last season. 900 will be no problem for him. My favorite play on this slip is Odunze, more than 675 yards. That's insane to me that you can get 4 picks, 100 for 3,000. So that's going to be a nice payday once the season's over, and that'll be a fun one to root for. Now, in this Florida State Georgia Tech game, I placed these 2 entries. And I'm going to actually go over to prize picks real quick just to show you the math behind these. But I took King and DJU, and then I took Singleton Jr. and Benson to get a longer catch than 22.5 yards. Okay, now stay with me because my next pick actually contradicts this a little bit, and the opinions I'm going to give you in this video are more up to date, and I'm really excited for these picks that I'm going to roll out. But the main thing I want to show you guys here is just the math. You need to be aware of when these apps are ripping you off, okay? So King and Singleton, and then DJU, Benson, Williams. So look if I do this same exact 5-man on prize picks right here. So this is the 4 of them, and then we'll add the running back. So we'll add Odell Williams, but I guess they don't have the other running back, but we'll just use this to show an example here. So if I do these 5, it is only going to pay, well, it's going to pay 9x. Yesterday it was paying 6x, which is so nuts. Oh, you know what it is? Passing plus rushing. There's so many little tricks to this game we play, boys. So look at this. Same exact 5 players, almost the same exact play. 6x, $50 into 300 on prize picks. Now here is the crazy part. It's a terrible play, but let me show you what happens when I click submit lineup. Do not submit this lineup on prize picks. It's a complete ripoff. But look at this. My maximum lineup for college football is $5. Why do you think that they only let me do $5, guys? Maybe it's because I've won so much on prize picks. They don't want to do business with me anymore. Again, I'll go back to the winnable. We're up to almost $100,000 in VIP pick sales in August. The season hasn't even started yet. That's because all the people that rode with me last year are pre-ordering this year's full season pass. So you can't run up $100,000 selling picks unless you're winning money for people. And I'll also add to that, if you go to my YouTube channel and click playlists, I have interviews with clients. So if you're still skeptical, if you're still somehow thinking that I'm finessing all of this, go watch my interviews with clients. But this play right here, I just wanted to highlight because it's 20x on Better, it's 6x on prize picks. Like, Better is a pretty insane app right now, guys. So this is another pick that I gave out. So I basically combined the 4-man in the Florida State game with the 4-man NFL season. So if we do crush this Florida State game, we'll have $50 to win 15,000, which is just a super fun long shot. Now, lastly here, before I get to the plays, promo code is Lambo. Your first deposit gets doubled up to $250. This is a screenshot of one of my clients that put in 100. So he got $100 he put in. He got 100 in Better Bucks. He has $200 to play with right now. All right, here we go. This is the first play. Now you'll notice it is 3 players and it is 20x. I can't even express in words how excited I am about this play, because to get 3 players at 20x it's unbelievable. I mean, we are going to absolutely slaughter Better this season. And this is insane. Like, they are paying us way too much. So the reason that I paired these 3 together is not because I like any one of these 3. Okay? It's because they all fit like a puzzle piece. They all tell a story. And with your lineups, no matter what app you're on, you need to build lineups that tell a story. I believe that this Florida State team is going to dominate. And everybody's picking Georgia Tech plus the 11 points. I think Florida State is going to win by 3 touchdowns or more, which is insane because nobody's saying that. They're saying Florida State's going to win by 10, Florida State's going to win by 7, but Georgia Tech will hang in there. I don't think Georgia Tech's going to hang in there. I think that their quarterback, King, is a bum. He struggles to get 200 yards. He struggled against Louisville last season. I think it was in their bowl game, but he sucked all last season. Okay, I didn't watch Georgia Tech under a microscope, but I bet on them every week, just like every other team. And I'll tell you, like, King struggled to get to his numbers. And there's a reason his over-under is set at 190 yards. Some places you can find it at 187 yards even. I think this Florida State defense, the secondary, can lock up their receivers. Their receivers are extremely undersized. Their running backs undersized. And I think Florida State defense is going to shut them down. Now, what happens when a defense shuts an offense down? That offense isn't going to get enough possessions to run the ball, and they're going to be playing from behind, so they're not going to run the ball in the fourth quarter. So with Haynes here, I like the under 17.5 rushing attempts. Now, if I am right, and if Florida State dominates time of possession, then Williams should get a lot of opportunity, and Williams should get a lot of carries, and DJU should get a lot of pass attempts. I think Florida State will move the ball down the field over and over. I think they'll move the chains, get lots of offensive snaps, and that benefits both of these overs hitting. The other thing to consider is usually these rocket plays are a scam on better. They're not worth it. But in college football, the variance, which is a word that means the range of outcomes, is so large that I don't mind taking DJU at 274. I don't mind taking Williams at 94. Their numbers are a little bit lower, but to get that boost and get this double boosted to where 3 players give us a 20x return, I'm all for this in college football. I'm not so much in the NFL, but right now, this is insane value right here, guys. So 100 to win 2,000, and keep in mind, even if it loses, it's 1 unit to win 20. Maybe if you're a smaller player, put $5 on it. $5 to win 100 is pretty insane. If you're not familiar with my story, I started out with $2 bets. $2 bets when I was in college, and now I throw money around like crazy amounts. So don't be ashamed of your unit size. We will get your unit size up if you subscribe to the channel. Next up is going to be a $50 play for 50x. I wish I could put 100 on this one, for $2,500. Okay, so 50x is insane. Same boosted prop with Williams. Then, I love this combination right here, guys. I'm probably going to make more plays with this 2-man combination. DJU, longest pass over 38.5 yards. And then Brown, who is a transfer from LSU, small speedster, 5-star recruit out of high school. He's going to be a top receiver in college football this year. More than 49.5 receiving yards. If you don't see where I'm going with this, is DJU throws a 40-yard bomb, most likely the receiver that would catch that would be Brown. So if DJU does throw a bomb to Brown, we will literally hit both of these in one completion. If he throws a 50-yard touchdown pass or a 60-yard touchdown pass to Brown, boom, we hit 2 of them. So whatever you like in football, I might actually do the Odunze and Caleb Williams one with these two, because that's just remarkable to me. And then I'm adding in the running back. And then, for all the reasons I mentioned earlier about FSU shutting down Georgia Tech's offense, I took King under and I took Singleton under. And my thought process here is, if Singleton doesn't get a big play, King probably isn't going to hit his over. And if King doesn't get to 191 yards, it's probably going to be hard to fit in a 24-yard catch in there, right? So hopefully what happens, and this would be crazy, is if Singleton gets a 23-yard reception, we hit both of them because we have over 22. But, I did want to take the unders there. I hate taking unders. I try to avoid it at all costs. But in this case, I just think Florida State's defense has too much to prove. They have one of the most elite pass rushes in all of college football. Probably if you ranked like duos of pass rushers, they have the strongest duo of their top 2 pass rushers on defense. They have a great secondary, and they're way bigger and more athletic than the Georgia Tech skill position guys. So we'll see what happens. I have plays where King goes over, I have plays where King goes under, but I wanted to share this one with you today. So 50 to win 2,500 is insane. And I think that's the final play. Yeah, that's the final play right there. So these 2 plays I wanted to get out to you guys. And I also just wanted to remind you, VIP picks, winnable.com/SPE. And if you're not ready for the VIP, subscribe to the free, because I'm sending out free plays on here all season.